Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chantel, and today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 debut novels that are being released in February. So I really love supporting debut works. I think it's great to be able to just kind of get in there on the ground floor with writers that you might grow to like really love. But I think overall it's just really exciting and important to support authors and help them just be a part of that rah 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 crowd as they are doing something that's such a tremendous achievement, which is seeing their work out there in the world for the first time. So, if you are interested in supporting debut authors and knowing what's up and coming in the month of February, then you will want to get your pen, maybe in a paper, or definitely kind of like, save this video so that you can come back to it so you can note books that interest you. And at the end of the video, I will be sharing which books I am really interested in reading myself from this list. Before I get into it, I just want to remind you, if you have not done so already, please subscribe so that we can stay connected and you can help our community grow. And if you know of a friend who also loves to read, also share this video. I would love for them to be a part of my community as well. All right, so let's get into it. The first book is a Western by C. Williams Lansford, and it's called Salvation. Now, this novel is set against the Rocky Mountains. It's about a father and a son relationship. It's also about religion, and it's also about masculinity. So it's a lot of topics that are going on that they're exploring. And some unimaginable act happens between best friends that kind of gets the novel going and it takes off from there. One of the things that is said about this book is that this novel is less about shock and it's more concerned and focused on moral reckoning. So if you like Westerns and if you like topics about father and son relationships, then this might be a book that you want to check out. This book is debuting on February 3rd. The next one is taking a bit of a turn from the last one because instead of focusing on a world that's kind of male centered, this next book that's debuting also on the 3rd is focused on women and women as friends, the female friendships. This book is called To Every Happiness by Renee Shaw, and it follows 2 women over decades and continents. They are bound by rivalry, they are bound by class differences, and they are also bound by family ties. And so, over the course of this novel, we see how their lives impact one another and in the ways that they run alongside each other and also in the ways that they run against it. So this is a maybe a woman's book. So yeah, check it out. All right, so on February 10th, we're going to change a little bit. We're stepping into politics with Murder Bimbo by Rebecca Novak. A sex worker turned political assassin on the run, sharp, provocative, and very much in conversation with our national moment. This debut novel looks posed to interrogate truth, power, and spectacle with speed and bite. So it's a lot that's going on with this book. So yeah, if you like probably fast paced, I'm thinking it would be political drama, political thriller. Maybe this might be something that you want to write down on your list. Okay, also debuting on February 10th is She Made Herself a Monster by Anna Kovacsha. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name. It's set in 19th century Bulgaria. It is a gothic debut that follows a traveling con artist posing as a vampire slayer who teams up with a teenage girl to create a monster of their own. I mean, let's just think. Let me just read that again. It's about a traveling con artist who is posing as a vampire slayer who teams up with a teenage girl to create a monster of their own. I have lots of ideas, like lots of things swirling around in my head, even as I read this. So this is dark, mythic, and deeply symbolic. If this feels like if like your interest peaked up, and the hairs on your neck, and you were like, ooh, when I was reading that description, then this is a work that you might want to support. Okay, the last book that is debuting on February 10th is by Berzat Mezgibi, and it is called I Hope You Find What You're Looking For. This is a loving ode to an immigrant community on the cusp of change. This novel asks how our past shapes our present and what stories we must release in order to be free. This work feels reflective, tender, and community centered. And so, if this is resonating with you, make sure that you jot that title down so that you can support this author. Okay, next is Bloodfire Baby by Irene Carson. This is a maternal gothic that explores new motherhood alongside the torments of a centuries old haunting. It's a reminder that horror often lives right inside the home. So I actually don't read a lot of horror. It's on my list this year to read more horror because it's a genre that I don't know. I don't think I've read any horror like last year. So yeah, maybe I will give this one a go. Last is, I think it's the last one, you guys. Yes, it is. I Am the Ghost Here by Kim Simek. 12 women confront the mounting existential anxieties of modern life in this absurd and wildly funny debut story collection. It's said to be sharp, strange, and timely. So, those are the books. I hope that at least one of them piqued your interest so that you can provide support and encouragement to the author during their debut season. It is very important. And I will be reading, I think the one that really kind of stuck out to me is Murder Bimbo by Rebecca Novak. I definitely will be pre ordering that. And also, I would say, I also would say, I haven't read a Western or a novel that was set in the West in that way. So I think I want to do that just as I'm always trying to like really expand what I'm reading, who I'm reading, to just expand my bookcase. I'm always looking for ways to expand my bookcase. So I think those are the two that I'm really going to make sure that I support by pre ordering their books. And I just want to say that it's so important if you can to pre order books because pre ordering books, and I did write this down, guys, because I wanted to make sure that I could articulate it clearly about why it's important to pre order. So, debut authors and their literary world is not a safety net for most authors. Most authors don't have maybe financial cushion to really just be able to live off of the work and the books that they're creating. And there's a lot of time and a lot of investment that goes into that. And so, with no proven sales history and no guaranteed audience, just a book and the hope that it finds its reader is what most authors are faced with when they write a book and they put it out into the world. So, when you pre order, it really helps publishers decide how much support they're going to give the book. And that is key. The authors don't get to decide that, the agents don't get to decide that. Their influence, print runs, marketing, bookstore placement, even what bookstores will sell them, and what, it all kind of is wrapped up into how they think a book will sell. And a lot of that is based on, their ideas about it, right? Just their projections, the genre, the age category, the also the author and their following, how large it is, and how well they are engaged, how well they engage with their audience. All of these kind of things kind of determine what they assume or what they think a book will do. But pre-order sales gives them something definite. It has actual buyers that have committed their dollars even before the book is officially released. And that momentum behind pre-order sales is really important. And so they actually will bump up, they will do more, they will put more effort behind a book that has a lot of pre-order sales coming behind it than maybe what they had planned to do before. So I always like to, when I can, I always like to pre-order books. Even if you can't purchase a book, you can go to your library and just request the book. Say, hey, do you have this book? This book is coming out February 3rd, and request it, because that also gets noted. It's kind of like another way of showing that that there's a lot of interest for this book. So please, 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 no matter how you can do it, choose a book and pre-order it. You don't have to read it right away, but you can actually just have it. You know that you supported an author and their work and the team of people that have come together around the work, because it is a team of people to make a book happen. And I think it's one very tangible way that, we can show goodness to one another in the book world and space. If you're interested in getting any of these books, you can check out my affiliate link. I will leave that in the show notes below, with bookshop.org. I love bookshop.org because they always give back a percentage of every sale to support independent bookstores. And that means a lot to me, as I love supporting independent bookstores. But you can find any of these books where you like to go and enjoy shopping for your books. Just pre-order, guys. Let's do it. Put in the show notes below which books interest you. Let me know when you have pre-ordered and what you pre-ordered. Let's just make that happen. Let's help support authors and writers, because it's not an easy field, and we are book people and we love books, so we need to really encourage and support our authors in every way that we can, so that they will continue to write books, so that we can read them and we can talk about them. Okay, guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I will be working on another list of anticipated books in the month of February. That's not just debut. So I'll be working on that. You can look out for that coming in a few days. Until next time, you guys, you know what to do.